Hey, welcome back to the 5 things I wish I knew before planting my church. I'm sure by now you have the list memorized, but just in case you somehow don't remember, I'm gonna recap for all of us watching, even for those in the back. So, number 1 is the burden of pastoring. Number 2 is the loneliness of leadership. Number 3 is the demand of fresh content. And number 4, which we're gonna dive into today, are the pressures of financial management. And number 5 is the fulfillment of changed lives. The pressures of financial management. Now, I knew that management was going to be a part of ministry. I wasn't that naive to think I wouldn't have to manage finances. But what I didn't know is the pressure that comes from being trusted with God's money from God's people. This is a big deal. Money is a hot topic, it's a sensitive subject, and a lot of times, if mismanaged, if bad decisions are made, it can make or break you in the ministry. And there's a lot of pressure that comes with managing the finances, especially as a church planner. Here's why. In the early days, you don't have any of it, period. So you have to decide, do I want to do this or do I want to do that? Because I cannot do both. In the early days of your church plant, the resources are limited. And I would even say that with your vision, as your vision grows and your church grows, there's never enough money to meet the demand that the vision that God has given you. So how do we manage the pressures of making decisions that are so critical that could impact the church as a whole for generations to come? Do we take on debt? Do we not take on debt? Do we move to this venue that's a better location, but it's a little bit more expensive? Do we hire someone? When is it good? When is it okay to hire someone? All of these questions come. And as a planter, what you have to know before you launch your church is that all of these decisions are going to be on your shoulders, and there's going to be a lot of pressure to make sure that the books are kept well, that the decisions are made clearly. We talked about this already. It's lonely at the top, like leadership is lonely, and making decisions about finances is tough. There's a lot of pressure. I didn't know that this pressure existed. As a youth pastor, I was given a budget to order pizza, to take the kids to camp, to make sure that the t-shirts were printed for the missions trip, and that was about it. I didn't realize that as a lead pastor, as the person where I was ultimately in charge now as the lead pastor, I have a staff of people. Now, people's livelihoods are my responsibility. Health insurance is my responsibility. Liability insurance is my responsibility. And the pressures that come with managing God's finances are really tough. And I want to encourage you, man. The Church Multiplication Network has a matching fund program that really helps a lot. It alleviates a lot of that pressure, especially in the early days, by giving you resources that you otherwise wouldn't have had access to. And this will allow you to accelerate. Money will speed up the vision in your church because it allows you to dream bigger dreams at a faster pace. It doesn't mean that God can't do it without it. It just means that it can go a little quicker when the resources are available. So I want to encourage you, man, if you haven't looked into the CMN matching funds, you need to do that because there are resources available to you to alleviate some of those pressures that come with managing finances. And I just want to encourage you, man, the best days are ahead, that you're gonna make it. God's gonna do great things through your church plant. And I cannot wait to talk to you about the last thing on the list in our next video about the fulfillment that comes from changed lives. I'll see you soon.